Hi, today Book Addict presents you the first episode of the series Matter of Interest. In this episode, we're going to talk about Joseph Goebbels, Reich Minister of Propaganda of Nazi Germany. Joseph Goebbels served as Minister of Propaganda for Nazi government of Third Reich under Adolf Hitler and is generally held responsible for presenting a favourable image of the Nazi. In this episode, we will tell you 12 facts about Goebbels. So, let's get into it. Fact number 12. Goebbels suffered from a deformed right foot. Goebbels has suffered from various health issues, mainly a deformed right foot, the result of contracting polio as a child, which kept him out of military service during World War I. This defect played a disastrous role in his life by giving rise to a strong desire in Goebbels to be compensated for his misfortune. His deformity later enabled his enemies to draw a parallel with the cloven hoof and limb of the devil. Goebbels also suffered from ill health, which included a long bout of inflammation of the lungs. Fact number 11. He almost became a priest. Both of his parents were Roman Catholics and Goebbels graduated from a Roman Catholic high school. His parents, seeing that he is a gifted speaker, wanted him to become a priest, and Goebbels seriously considered it. However, he began to distance himself from the church after he started his university studies. Fact number 10. He wanted to pursue a career in writing. In 1921, he wrote a semi-autobiographical novel, Michael. Goebbels felt that he was writing his own story. The anti-Semitic content and material about a charismatic leader was added later to the story, maybe after meeting Hitler. By 1940, he had written 14 books. Fact number 9. He wasn't an anti-Semite initially. When he was doing his doctorate, he had hoped to write his thesis under the supervision of Friedrich Gundolf, a literary historian. It did not seem to bother Goebbels that Gundolf was Jewish. Gundolf was no longer teaching, so he directed Goebbels to the associate professor Wahlberg, also Jewish. He also dated a half-Jewish girl, although after learning about her Jewishness, he stated in his diary that the enchantment was ruined. Fact number 8. At one time in his life, he didn't fully believe in the ideas of Hitler. Goebbels was a member of Strasser's northern branch of NSDAP, which had a more socialist outlook than the rival Hitler group in Munich. Strasser disagreed with Hitler on many parts of the party platform and began working on a revision. Hitler viewed Strasser's action as a threat to his authority, since he was opposed to the socialist leaning of the northern wing. Goebbels was horrified by Hitler's characterization of socialism as a Jewish creation and his assertion that a Nazi government would not expropriate private property. He wrote in his diary, "I no longer fully believe in Hitler. That's the terrible thing. My inner support has been taken away." However, after reading Hitler's book Mein Kampf, Goebbels found himself agreeing with his views. Fact number 7. All his children's names started with H. Goebbels and Magda had 6 children, 1 boy and 5 girls. They named their children Helga, Holdin, Heidrun, Helmut, Hildegard, and Hedwig. Some historian writers have contended that their names all started with H as a tribute to Adolf Hitler, but there is no evidence to support this claim. Rather, it supports that they stole this idea from Magda's first husband, Harald Quandt, who also chose names beginning with H for his other 2 children by his first wife. Fact number 6. Goebbels began censorship within Nazi Germany. Goebbels became the Reich Minister of Propaganda of Nazi Germany from 1933 to 1945. At this time, all the members of the media industry was required to join the Nazi Party and were considered to be employees of the state. Goebbels made sure that none of the content, whether it be news or a film, should be against the Nazi principles. In an interview with one of the secretaries who worked for Goebbels, stated that her jobs included but not limited to downplaying the statistics of fallen soldiers as well as exaggerating the number of rapes of German women by the Red Army. He had power over Nazi-era German films as well. In a movie called The Golden City, released in 1942, starring Christina Söderbaum, a Swedish-born German film actress most known for her roles in Nazi-era films, tells the story of Anna, a country girl who runs off to the city, falls in with a bad crowd, but is eventually reunited with the land, her family and her lover. But Goebbels was unhappy. He didn't want people to think that a character like Anna, who forgets her duty to her country and sleeps around with nasty Slavs in the decadent city, deserves a happy ending. So, unbeknownst to Söderbaum, he changes the final scenes. He decided that Anna had to kill herself. Goebbels wrote of being moved by the erotics of death. Basically, he was a sadist. Fact number 5. His taste ran to dark-haired actresses. In the same interview, Christina Söderbaum claimed Joseph Goebbels, head of Nazi propaganda, didn't much like her. His taste, apart from his wife Magda, ran to dark-haired actresses. He told her that she was not sexy but erotic. Fact number 4. There was a rivalry between Goebbels and Görings to win the hearts of German people. The Goebbels and Görings threw lavish parties as there was a constant rivalry between them to win the hearts of the German people. Though the Goebbels could never quite match the rivals' grandeur, they had one distinct advantage: their close relationship with Hitler himself. Göring may have been one of Führer's most faithful lieutenants, but Amy, his wife, was not an enthusiastic Nazi, nor was she particularly smitten by Hitler. Magda, on the other hand, adored Hitler, and he was fascinated by her as well. Fact number 3. Goebbels had an affair with a Czech actress. In 1936, Goebbels started having an affair with a Czech actress, Lida Baarova, which almost broke his marriage with Magda. When Goebbels started appearing in public with his mistress, Magda approached Hitler to grant her permission to divorce her husband. However, Hitler intervened and ordered them to stay together. Hitler also banned Lida's film A Prussian Love Story, as the story referenced Goebbels and Baarova's love affair. Fact number 2. Goebbels was Chancellor of Germany for one day before he and his wife Magda killed themselves. When the Allies were close, Goebbels and Magda joined their Führer in the Führer bunker. Hitler named him as the Reich Chancellor in his will, and after Hitler committed suicide, Goebbels' sole official act as Chancellor was to send a letter that informed of Hitler's death and requested a ceasefire, which was declined by the Allies. Seeing that further efforts were futile, Goebbels arranged an assessed dentist, Helmut Kunz, to kill his children. According to Kunz's statement, he was hesitant and even tried to run away, but Magda threatened him to come back and perform his duties. He gave the children morphine injection, but still refused to do anything further. It was Magda and Hitler's personal doctor, Ludwig Stumpfberger, who administered the cyanide and murdered those kids. After that, Magda and Goebbels themselves committed suicide. And the last one on our list is number 1. Goebbels' stepson Harald Quandt died a billionaire. Harald Quandt was Magda's oldest son from an earlier marriage. Before marrying Goebbels, Magda was married to an industrialist named Günther Quandt. Harald served as a lieutenant in World War II, and during the end of war, he was captured by the Allies in Italy. After the war, he went to work for his biological father's business, which was a holding group of over 200 companies, including a 30% stake in BMW and a 10% share of Daimler-Benz. When his father died in 1954, Harald's inheritance made him one of West Germany's richest men. He proved himself a shrewd businessman, and when he died in a plane crash in 1967, he left his offspring a fortune of about 1.5 billion Dutch mark. Today his descendants are worth an estimate of 6 billion US dollars, and they live a quiet life from the public eye. So that's all about Goebbels, guys. If you have more facts about Goebbels you want to share with us, please comment down below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.